Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Veach Season. We are your guest hosts, Rocky Magaña and Kramer Sansone. Just a couple of two married-ass men sitting here with our wives' permission, bringing you guys a little bit of Chiefs talk here on a slow Tuesday night here in the great United States of America. And our boy Kramer here, finally tied the knot with the love of his life this past week. He is a whole ass married man,
Yes, sir.
100% locked down to the old ball and chain, as Gator would say, and the other guys. Just remember Gator's number one marriage advice, Kramer. Gators bitches better wear jeans.
That's true. That's true. That is true. Very true, man. Getting his punk ass bitch.
Yeah, punk ass bitch. Yeah. So make sure the Gators bitches better be wearing jimmies, and you will be good to go for the foreseeable future, my friend. Hey, how was it? How was the wedding day? Tell us everything, bro. Congratulations.
So it went exactly the way I expected it was, which, by the way, thank you so much. I mean, this could just be what's hot with Krame Dog right here because, man, the got there to the venue on Saturday about 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, the ceremony doesn't start till 5 o'clock, so your boy started tying one on around 10:30 in the morning. And you know what? I just paced myself throughout the rest of the day. We did the pictures before the ceremony. So after the ceremony, all we got to do is just hang out with the people during the cocktail hour because we just didn't want to. We wanted to make sure we were mingling with our friends and family that were invited there. And man, I literally, it was the best day of my life. I think it was so cool. Everything worked out. It was we were super chill the entire time with our coordinator that was putting on all this stuff, whether it's at the venue that was up in St. Joe, and they were super helpful to us. We weren't even close. We were trying to get to our liquor limit the entire night, which we weren't even close to it. Man, we tried. We absolutely tried. Had a live performance later on the night from Girl That's Rocco, which, by the way, if you need a wedding DJ, there's your plug right there. Girl That's Rocco. He's a great dude here out of Raytown. But man, it was awesome. We cut the cake with a sword. Like it was badass. Like so
with a sword, that's dope as fuck.
So Caitlin was gonna we were gonna cut the cake with our with like the knife on there. Caitlin didn't want that, so she threw it to the side. Like, literally threw the knife on the ground in front of everybody. And she wanted a bigger knife, and Kevin brought us a bigger knife. It still wasn't the knife that she wanted, so he came out with a sword, and we cut the cake with a sword. It was pretty sweet.
That is awesome. I have never been at a wedding where you cut a cake with a sword, and that is badass. And it's badass that Caitlin was like, no, I need a bigger knife.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Exactly.
I need bring me a big-ass knife, God damn it.
And she terrifies me with knives anyways because she's very good at throwing axes, throwing knives, and making them hit and stick the wall. So I wanted to stay away a little bit from her with that knife with it in her hand too. But luckily she handed me the sword and I was able to I got to put that thing
your ass better never fuck this up and step out on your lady, or she will straight up throwing knife your dick from 50 yards out. You'll be running away and she'll get you through the butthole straight through your body, and like the tip of the knife will be sticking out your urethra.
Yeah, no, that's what she would do. She's very good. She's very coordinated when it comes to throwing things, and I don't want to get on her bad side, especially this super early in our us being husband and wife, which is so weird to say. Like, I have a wife now. My wife.
That's like John Mulaney's whole bit where he's like, it's saying my wife sounds so much better and stronger than saying, oh, my girlfriend.
My fiance says like it show like I used to love saying that, but it's too long.
Yeah, but wife. Now you could be like, hey, that's my wife.
Exactly.
Get your hands off of my wife.
Get your hands off my wife.
I did not kill my wife.
No, but hey, Rocky, I texted you this week, and I'm curious what all of our Veachies are thinking, which, by the way, love all the Veachies. How the hell do you wash your hands with a damn ring on? Like, that's literally the worst feeling in the world. And also, I'm shocked. It keeps sliding off whenever I do wash my hands. It's perfectly tight and snug here, but anytime I wash my hands, that thing's slipping and sliding around. I can't do it. I mean, I am doing it, but I just
mine is currently existing somewhere in my house at the moment. I have once again misplaced my wedding band. My wife, I think, gave up hope on me having a wedding band a long time ago because I am horrible about wearing mine.
I wish I could just I haven't asked her about it, but I kind of want to put it around my chain and have it hanging there.
Yeah,
That's kind of like a little classiest, classy, I guess. I don't know.
like
Class.
I just want to I got enough tattoos. I just want to get another tattoo on my ring finger. I'm not going anywhere. Fuck it. I'll tattoo Emily's bitch on my ring finger so everybody knows. That way I don't have to keep track of a ring. Like
I do want to get a wedding band tattoo. I do.
Yeah, it's just so much easier than having to, especially because if you're not a jewelry guy before you got married, like you don't just wake up a husband one day and be like, oh, I'm suddenly a jewelry guy who's dependable enough to wear a wedding ring every single day for the rest of my life without fail. Like that's I did the silicone ones for a while also. But
I'm waiting on mine because I can't wear this to the gym. I refuse to wear this to the gym.
Yeah, they're better than the metal one. But the problem is that you definitely got to like take them off and wash them and like take them off at night because otherwise like they sweat in between your skin. Your skin gets like all soft and like thin and it just gets really weird and slimy underneath it.
I'm not sleeping with this on. Like I need loose. I can't have nothing on, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Kramer sleeps completely.
Dude, I'm like a heater, man. I overheat.
It's volcanic between his thighs. That's why the lady loves him because he's got his dick runs hot.
Okay.
It runs hot.
Okay.
It's like just like a molten lava like rod like when like blacksmiths are like making a sword they have like that glob of molten red lava of molten red metal that they're hammering. Like that's what your dick looks like between your legs, and she has to hammer it into the shape that she prefers every single time.
So you know how I got there to the venue at 9:00? What time do you think I got to the hotel that night?
1:30.
Oh, I was actually kind of close. Around like 12:30, 12:45.
Nice. Yeah. Were you guys tired as shit?
Oh my feet were hurting. I was I was still drunk. I'm sobering up at the time because we had McDonald's ready to eat. But once we got into the I didn't shower or anything. I ate, passed out on that bed. I was like, woke up at 8:00 in the morning. Well, I mean, I barely slept that night. Yeah, dude. For some reason, our AC in our hotel would not go above it stayed at 64 the entire time. I could not crank that thing up to even get warm, and it was probably the worst experience at a hotel in my life. I once we got up at 8:00, I told Caitlin, let's go. Let's just get a hold of my mom, have her take us back to the venue so we can get our cars and pack up what we need to and just go home.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
No. I came home and I ate me some Taco Bell. Took it. Okay. I do apologize. I did watch
Did you take a massive shit when you got home? That's what you did?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, after
took a massive post-wedding shit.
So I fell asleep. I fell asleep during the halftime of the first slate of games. Woke up at basically right before halftime of the Chiefs Eagles game. So I watched the entire condensed game for the first half, and I got filled in on that. But my goodness, that's we'll get a hold of that in a second with all our Chiefs stuff. But I was knocked between the half times of each of the early games and the late games.
Yeah, I missed almost the whole first quarter of the game because of the Giants Cowboys overtime game. They wouldn't.
They didn't switch over.
They wouldn't switch over till the game was over, and that game went down to the final fucking seconds of overtime for those two shitty, god awful, hard to watch.
Russ was cooking, man. Russ was cooking.
Russ threw the worst interception I've ever seen in my entire life in overtime when his team was driving. Russ wasn't cooking. Russ was a piece of shit.
He cooked majority of that game, and he had one flaw.
Russ was hot dog shit in overtime. Hey. Oh, my God. He was complete hot dog shit, and so was Dak Prescott. Both those teams were hot-ass dog shit.
Hey, if you like fantasy football, you put up numbers, though, so...
Yeah, fancy football numbers don't equal good football always.
It's true.
You can put up a shit ton of numbers and not have a good football game.
You play to win the game. I don't give a shit what they numbers put up. What I worry about is the win and loss column number.
Yeah, I 100% care about that.
Especially for football. I care about.
Yeah, especially for football because you have such limited opportunities. But we'll get into all that later. Don't try to distract me.
Sorry.
From your wedding day, Kramer Sansone.
You know what's crazy? I barely ate. Like
I told you.
Dude,
what did I tell you?
I
warned you.
I did soak it all in. I even actually took a video where I was sitting at the head table of this like around. I'm like, I'm just gonna enjoy this. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that you paced yourself just right, so you didn't get too drunk before the ceremony. So that's bravo to you. Getting fast food after the ceremony, clutch. I tried eating rigatoni on the hotel bed after my wedding, and I fell asleep like face down in like a plate of red sauce on the sheets of the hotel bed. So real classy ass performance by my part.
Oh, also the hotel too. Their system was down, so they couldn't give us the actual key card to get into our room, so they had to walk us to our room.
Did you stay at Motel 8 or what?
I didn't know. It's like some home, nice new hotel that's up in St. Joe, that's up in the North Shops area. I'm assuming some people in Chiefs Kingdom have been there because they went to the training camp, but their system was down and it wasn't. I was like, no, we're stumbling. Caitlin and I are stumbling following this lady to get to our room.
Oh my God, that's horrible. I'm so sorry, but I'm glad that you guys had fun. I'm glad that you guys were able.
It's what we wanted. It's all matters.
I'm glad that you had that you did your best to try to hit your limit on the alcohol. Like, good on you. There's a video out there floating around from one of my friends' weddings where I was the officiant because I am a ordained minister and I can perform wedding ceremonies legally in all 50 states.
Nice.
And I was in Ohio doing my friend's wedding that was in the Peace Corps with me. And there was a video after the fact of somewhere like after the reception, we were trying to get rid of all the alcohol and drink all the alcohol that they had. And the bartenders had gone home. So I'm behind the bar and all that's left is like 3 cases of red wine. And I'm like, now and they don't have a wine opener. So I have my pocket knife out and I'm just like stabbing the corks on all these bottles of red wine while wearing a white dress shirt and just handing them out to people. No. And I'm just like covered in Merlot and like Cab Sav all over my white shirt.
You smelled great.
Completely ruined. Yeah. And I'm just handing out these bottles and I'm taking swigs and everything. And everybody's having a great time. And somebody in the background, like somebody's aunt or something like that goes, well, I've never seen a pastor like that before.
That's awesome.
Come to the church of Veach season, baby. We will.
What's your shot of choice?
My shot of choice, if I'm gonna do a shot, it's probably going to be a pickleback, or an Irish car bomb. If I'm gonna do a shot, but more than anything, I usually will just do. If I'm gonna be drinking hard liquor straight, I'll do like a glass of whiskey neat or whiskey on the rocks, like 3 fingers of something. 3 fingers of our official sponsors of each season, Tullamore Dew.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
The best whiskey in Ireland. Actually, Redbreast 12 is probably the best whiskey in Ireland, but Tullamore Dew is really fucking good too. And this bottle, Kramer, of Tullamore Dew, is from the 1940s.
Whoa.
My buddy's dad fought in Europe during World War II. And on his way home, he went through Ireland and he brought home like 3 cases of Tullamore Dew. And then when he didn't drink, he was a non-drinker. He just bought them on his way back. And when he passed away, he was a general in the Air Force. And when he passed away, there was 3 cases of this in his basement.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's awesome.
And so I got one of them. And so it's an original classic bottle of Tullamore Dew.
It was fun watching people ask me like, what kind of shot do you want? And because they're gonna take shots with me and stuff. When I'd say their face, when I say let's get some tequila shots going, their faces just went straight like oh. And the funny thing is like I can drink tequila like it's water and like it doesn't faze me at all until later on in the night.
Yeah.
But man, it's funny watching people like cringe about the tequila after they take it. Like, hey, I love tequila, man.
That makes my stomach hurt just thinking about it. Yeah, no, if I'm gonna drink a hard liquor, it's almost always whiskey. I'm a whiskey drinker. And
there's a lot of whiskey options at this place. Plus, it's also St. Joe, so it's cheap stuff too.
Yeah,
so we had our certain our on the house type of stuff that we're paying for, but you can also buy your other stuff. But they had a nice bourbon section, everything.
Nice. Yeah, if I'm gonna drink whiskey or liquor, I'm usually either gonna do whiskey. If it's a nice whiskey, I'll do whiskey neat or on the rocks, and then if it's just like a mixing whiskey, like something basic, bitch, I'll do either a whiskey sour or a whiskey and ginger ale, with some bitters in it.
I'm trying to get my light back on. By the way, it's I think it's the brick, insanely hot. There we go. We got light back again.
You are.
That could have been bad. That brick feels real. I pulled off the USB-C or the USB port. That thing hurts to touch when it was that hot. So yeah,
you are the light of my life, Kramer.
Oh, Rocky.
You don't need any extra illumination. You are beautiful.
Dude, I'm pasty. What do you mean?
On your own.
I'm sun bleached. I'm sun bleached. In SpongeBob terms, I'm sun bleached.
Yeah, you're sun bleached. You're not pasty. There you go. Look at that beautiful.
There we go.
Complexion. You're a gorgeous man. No wonder your wife married you.
Yeah, I'm glad she married me. Oh my gosh, I cried
so much. So tell me, when you saw her walk down the aisle.
Oh, I was crying.
Yeah, were you just completely like breath taken away?
Yeah.
Like knock you on your ass? Like, how the fuck did I earn this?
Yeah. No, that's basically exactly what. Heck, I cried so hell during the rehearsal. I teared up. Even when it was just her and I out there, I teared up. First look before the wedding, I was super emotional. I'm not going to blame the alcohol. It was myself. I'm an emotional man. No. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with being an emotional man. It means
especially having that gorgeous
feelings. Yeah, having that beautiful bride, and and you got it locked up now, and you liked it, so you put a ring on it, and now she has to go through like a whole ass like legal proceeding if she wants to get rid of you. Like, she's stuck with you unless she wants to like take the time to get a lawyer and file papers and all this other bullshit that nobody has time. Like, who has time for that?
I don't.
Like honest to God, like I know there's a lot of people who've had divorces, and God bless you if your marriage didn't work out, you know, do what's best for you. But Jesus Christ, that just seems like such effort. Even if I wasn't happy with my wife, I don't have the fucking energy.
Yeah, no shit.
Do all that. Like, Jesus.
Like, I don't understand how people can like live two separate lives and while like say cheating on their significant other. Like, I just don't like that right there. I'm lazy as up. That's never going to be what like cross my mind whatsoever. I'm more worried about what's happening with my fantasy teams more than that.
Yeah, like the only way that would ever happen, which it won't because I love my wife, but like I don't know. Maybe if somebody decides one day to start sending me free DoorDash every single day, and it turns out being like it isn't like a porno where it's like the DoorDash driver's like, "Hey, I love you. We're soulmates." Blah 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 blah, and like they came to my house, brought me food, and then just like refused to leave, and like it was just like. But if it requires any extra effort on my part whatsoever, yeah, I don't have time or energy for that. Like, and there's like, I mean, there's like a like we tease my dad all the time because we found this guy on Facebook one time, and his name is Jesse Magaña, and I don't have any cousins or anything named Jesse that we know of. And this dude, when I tell you, he doesn't look like my doppelganger. He literally looks like me. Like
Is that your dad?
I spent 10 minutes looking at this guy's picture. No, he's like 2 years younger than me, like 2 or 3 years younger than me.
Your brother.
Yeah. I spent literally the first time I saw it, I spent like 10 minutes staring at this guy's picture, and I was like, I don't remember taking that picture. Like, I was like looking for like differences in the face where I was like, dude, that's me, but that's not me. I like, is this a parallel universe? Like, did our parallel universes
finally cross paths?
And this is me in another dimension. Like, is that what this is? And like the only thing that finally like got me to like convinced that it was a different person is that his beard grows up to like right here, and mine only grows up to like right here. Like his beard grows up a little bit higher than mine, and that was it. And it wasn't even like a really thick beard. And so I legit like saved the picture. The only reason why I found him was because I was trying to Google a picture of my actual brother, and I typed in my actual brother's name, and then a picture of this other guy came up. My brother's name is Ricky, so I was Googling Ricky Magaña, and then a picture of this guy Jesse Magaña came up, and it was like, who is this person? So like I called over all my friends who were there, and they were like, oh my God, that's your fam. That's like your family member. And then the next family dinner that I had with my dad and my stepmom, I like showed my stepmom the picture. My stepmom goes, Brian, you never told me you had another son. And he was like, he didn't say anything. She goes, you definitely have a son from a different woman that you're not telling anybody about. And he's like, what can I say? All Magañas look the same. I was like, that's not a denial.
That's not a denial whatsoever.
That's not a denial.
That's crazy.
So then I messaged the guy I found him on Facebook, and he was like raised by his grandparents. And so I, who have a different last name. And so then I messaged him on Facebook, and no, I didn't message him. Sorry. My friend messaged him and then sent him a picture of me and said, yo, like my friend looks just like you. I think you guys might be brothers. And he just never responded.
Okay. I wouldn't respond if someone ever said that to me. So that's,
yeah.
That's still wild.
He just never responded. Yeah. So, but to this day, I'm convinced I have a brother named Jesse out there somewhere, just like hanging out in Arizona. He lives in Arizona. So if I ever end up in near Tucson, I'll have to look up old.
So he's
old
lizard trash.
Yeah, he's lizard trash. It's and here's the thing is my dad traveled 5 days a week growing up. He worked for Northrop Grumman as an engineer, so he traveled all around the country.
Oh,
yeah. And so
I'm not saying your dad did anything, but I mean, he could have.
Listen, I love my dad. My dad is a great dude, but everybody makes mistakes in their life, and nobody's perfect. And so I'm not here to judge anybody. I love my dad to death.
I judge people, but it's how they perform on the football field. That's how I judge people.
Yeah, like honest to God, like I don't give two shits as long as you listen. We have a well-standing principle on this podcast.
Just don't be a douche or Nazi.
Don't be a douche. Yeah, don't be a fucking Nazi where you're okay in our book. Like we don't give it two shits about you as long as you're not a Nazi. That's the very, very low standard that you have to clear to be okay in our book.
Yeah.
And that's all we're going to say about that this week. Especially this week, Kramer. That is all we are going to say about that. This week is about celebrating you and your marriage and the Kansas City Chiefs, talking Kansas City Chiefs football.
Yeah, let's talk some Kansas City Chiefs
and
football.
The good and the bad. Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's what I would say first and foremost. Two things. A, if Xavier Worthy or Rashee Rice, either one, play in that game, the Chiefs win that game. Like, it was that close of a game that one of the two of them would have been the difference. If Travis Kelce catches that football, Chiefs win the game. Like it was a close enough game that I think that either Xavier Worthy or Rashee Rice would have been the difference in that. That being said, you don't get free passes and be able to say, oh, well, we'll just wait until they come back, right? Like these games still matter.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to win these football games. It's still a next man up mentality. Like the Chiefs say that all the time. Like if it's a next man up mentality, that even when you don't have your best guys out there, even when your Hall of Fame tight end makes a game like a game wrecking decision, you have to find a way to overcome it as a team and win that football game. And it can't always be Patrick Mahomes pulling your ass out of the fire. Patrick Mahomes being the team's leading rusher, Patrick Mahomes having more rushing yards than every other player on the team put together, and they don't ever call a designed rushing play for Patrick Mahomes. It's not just a problem. It's a goddamn crime against humanity.
Well, for that alone, that if you're just taking away Patrick Mahomes' rushing, which he rushed 7 times, the other guy's total was 19. You're telling me only 19 plays was designed runs this entire time? That's ridiculous. Like I just don't understand. You don't need to throw it that many times. You don't. You just need to get the first downs, get the next first down, get the next first down. That's exactly what the Eagles were doing in order to murder out the clock.
The problem is they don't trust these guys to get the first downs. I'm sorry. Isaiah Pacheco cannot read blocks, and running hard does not equal running with power. That's one point. Second point is Kareem Hunt has good vision. His legs just don't got anymore. He has no juice. His juice is gone. I love him to death. He's older. He's not the same guy anymore. He just doesn't have it. And Elijah Mitchell, I don't know what he's doing on this football team because he's not helping them right now.
So it's kind of like how I texted you my 3 things. I was like, Kareem Hunt, 100% better runner than Isaiah Pacheco. Let's just get that out in the open. Like he is so much better than Pacheco running the football or finding a hole or anything like that. And then the craziest thing is Pacheco had 2 more snaps to even have the attempts wise. The Chiefs, why is it that 3 or 4 years ago when it was like third and forever, why did I feel so confident that I knew that they were going to pick that play up? Like I know they're going to convert on that first down, no matter if it was 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 20. I was so confident the Chiefs were able to pick that first down up. I don't feel confident at all if it's a 3rd and short anymore. And that's even worse. Like this, I just don't understand what happened. Is it the play calling? Is it the execution? Is it the personnel that's on this field? Because I thought I was telling I think it was like last week. I was sitting in on the press conference, a press before practice, and Andy was like talking about how Pat was messing around with all the guys, the wide receivers, getting them all in there. Like, how much say does Mahomes have with getting these guys here? Are these guys in this wide receiver room all Pat's boys, or are they Veach boys? Are these guys that Veach truly wants here that he knows that he can get this team to the next level? That's what I'm curious about, because this is just their execution has been absolutely poor from start to finish the first 2 weeks of the season.
Well, here's the deal: is that there's such a talent deficit of the players on the wide receiver position who are on the field, and a few years ago, you were allowed to have that talent deficit because you had an all-world Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce isn't an all-world player anymore at age 36, and so you have a Travis Kelce who's taking a step back. You have Noah Gray, who's a fine blocking tight end and can make a catch every now and again, but probably not worth the money they're paying
why'd
him.
You pay him?
Yeah, paying him type of player.
5 targets.
And then
how many receptions?
Yeah,
1. For 1 yard.
Yeah, and then you have Hollywood Brown, who's a nice piece, but he's not the same receiver he was in Baltimore, and he's so small. He has no yak. He has 0 yards after the catch ability. He catches the ball, he gets hit, he goes down. He's going to catch the ball, he's going to get the yards. He's not going to get yards after the catch. And the Chiefs offense is predicated on getting yards after the catch at this point. So having no Rashee Rice, having no Xavier Worthy, having no Jalen Royals is really hurting this team. Because they don't have that yard after. Because before, Travis Kelce was that yard after the catch guy also. Like, he would do the wide shallow crosses. Then they brought in Rashee Rice, and he became that guy. Then Rashee Rice got hurt last year, and then Xavier Worthy became that guy. And then they were like, okay, well, we don't want Xavier Worthy to be that guy, but we're going to be missing Rashee Rice at the beginning of the year. So now we're going to bring in Jalen Royals, and Jalen Royals be that guy early in the year. Jalen Royals has been injured as well. And so now you're like, okay, now it's Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster are those guys. And that's not enough to win in the NFL, right? It's not. And here's the thing is the Chiefs were in every single one of these games. The Chiefs had an opportunity in both of these games to win the football games. And both of the teams are really good football teams. And so, so I'm not doom and gloom on this season, but the problem with this Chiefs team versus years in the past are, even last year when the receiving squad was garbage, the Chiefs have less margin for error this year than they've ever had before. It feels like Mahomes has to play out of his mind. They have to be able to run the ball, and the receivers have to be able to get open and make catches. And if they fall behind, you're not confident they're going to be able to come back and sustain that comeback and win the game.
Rocky, this might be the season where the Chiefs are on the wrong end of the one possession game. Like this might be the season for that. And this is we haven't seen this ever with under Patrick Mahomes, but they've always been close games.
Listen, it's always been close games, and the ball bounces different ways. And listen, like 9 times out of 10 that when Travis Kelce drops that pass, it doesn't go straight into the other hands of a defender, right? That's a fluke play. It's just an incomplete pass most of the time.
But here's the thing, Rocky. How many interceptions has Tyrann Mathieu in a Chiefs uniform have a interception that mimicked just like that, where it just tipped off a guy's hands into someone else's lap?
I'm not saying it hasn't.
The ball's just going the different side now.
I'm saying through 2 weeks, the ball has gone to the different side, and through 2 weeks, Harrison Butker missing kicks has also hurt this team.
58 that's pretty far. 58 is pretty far.
Made from there multiple times before. I'm not saying that I'm not saying it's not pretty far. I'm not saying it's a gimme. I'm not saying that it's his fault that we lost. I'm saying when you couple the fact that he misses a 58-yard field goal and Travis Kelce drops a pass in the end zone, and the Chiefs pass rush has struggles, and the running game struggles, and so you look at those things and you say, okay, the running game's not going to get better. The pass rush might get better as these guys develop, maybe not. And so then what's going to get better is the receiving core is going to get better as it gets healthy and as Rashee Rice's suspension comes up. And you think that there's more often than not Bucker's going to make those kicks, and more often than not Kelsey's going to make that catch, and it's not going to go off his hands to have it be an interception. And so, yes, it sucks. There's no excuses for why the Chiefs lost. The Chiefs were outplayed for a second straight week, and they lost to a really good football team for a second straight week. That doesn't mean the sky is falling. That doesn't mean the dynasty is over. It doesn't mean that they're reeling. Like, now, if the Chiefs go out and get their asses kicked by the Giants next week, that's a problem. That's a cause for concern.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, you might have said that Russ was cooking. Russ was not cooking last week. Russ's arm is garbage.
He cooked enough to keep them in the game, though.
Garbage. He can throw the ball.
He might have had
Russell Wilson right now is like Drew Brees' his final season, where he can throw the ball 10 yards down the field and anything else is a lollipop. I mean, you had to have, if you didn't see the interception in overtime, you have to watch it.
Oh, no, it was bad.
The worst throw I've ever seen in my life.
But I also seen Pat throw the worst throw that I've seen in his life, where he should have hit Tyquan Thornton wide open on the left side of the field. So it's like,
100%. He should have just laid that ball up. Like he put too much behind.
First off, how did he miss that throw? How did he miss that?
He threw it too flat. He threw too much on the line. He put too much behind it. You got to just lay it up more and just let him go underneath it. Like you got to put more air under that ball instead of driving it so much. The second throw he did, he put more air under it, and it was a touchdown.
Perfect. Well, yeah,
and that was the other issue though. Is Patrick Mahomes is playing great, but he missed that throw. And in those situations where the margin for error is so small, you can't miss those throws. And you can say, okay, well, they got a touchdown a few plays later. The problem is that you were coming back from behind at that point, and you lost a minute off the clock. Exactly. That minute is as important as those points at that point, because that causes them to have to get another first down before they can run out the clock on you in front of the 2-minute warning. And so Patrick Mahomes missing that throw was a crucial mistake in the end of the game. And so there is no excuse for the Chiefs losing this game. The Chiefs should have won this game. The Chiefs are better than the product they're putting on the field, but right now they have a couple of glaring issues.
And I will also say this. Trent McDuffie played bad. Trent McDuffie did not play like Trent McDuffie that we usually see. And
that one catch to Devonta Smith, like that's a tough play, man.
It does not matter. Like you have to win those one-on-ones. You have to win those one-on-ones. That's what makes it. That's what means the most. That's what matters actually. But also with the secondary too. I mean, there was a blatant AJ Brown. He was about to catch it on the side. I think it was like the first quarter, second quarter. I saw this in the condensed game where Noah Williams hit him super early that it wasn't flagged. It wasn't flagged whatsoever. The officiating in this game, we can go on a tangent about that. I truly don't want to. We beat the dead horse that's ad nauseum on it. Officiating was terrible, but it doesn't matter. This secondary does not, at times it will come out as we saw against the Eagles, but I still don't trust the secondary. I don't think Trent McDuffie played poorly. I want to see him do better this upcoming week against the Giants. I do.
Listen, do I wish Trent McDuffie broke up that pass against Devonta Smith because it was a crucial play? 100%. 100% he has to in that moment. At the same time, it is a tough position to put him in, and he covers zero, right? And a cover zero all-out blitz against a really good wide receiver like that, where you're basically running downfield and then trying to turn around, get your eyes on the ball, and make a play.
But that's why you put that trust in him. That's why Spags wants to put that play out there, because he knows that McDuffie can go one-on-one with Devonta Smith. He just lost the battle there.
It is, and he did lose the battle there. But also, every cornerback loses the battle sometimes. Like one play doesn't make a game.
This one did, though.
I'm not saying it wasn't a big play. It was a big play, and he didn't need to make that play. But I'm not going to sit there and say that he had a bad game because he had a bad play. He gave up a crucial catch, and that sucks. that really sucks. Like, I'm not going to say Patrick Mahomes had a bad game because he had a bad play. He overthrew Tyquan Thornton, and that really sucked also. Those were two crucial players. Travis Kelce led the team in receiving yards. He had 61 yards receiving.
He had a bad day too.
But he had a bad play. I wouldn't say he had a bad day, but he had a bad play, right? There were multiple guys who didn't have necessarily bad games, but had a horrible play.
Would you classify Chris Jones having a bad day?
No, I thought Chris Jones had an excellent day.
Mine's the hot mic moment, which so dumb. So dumb.
I mean, he was great in the run defense, and he was causing havoc and flushing guys out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I thought Chris Jones actually played. He had a bad. His stat line doesn't reflect the game that he played on Sunday.
I think defense still played. The front seven played lights out. Like they
played well. The defense played.
They put pressure on him. They put pressure on him. Granted, they couldn't get they couldn't secure it at times. But man, Norman Lott, dude, he lightened up Jalen Hurts. And he didn't even see him coming. It felt like coverage.
That was the best coverage sack I've ever seen in my life. Like, that was 100% a coverage sack. But damn,
he lit him up.
It was a clean hit, and he had no idea that he was coming.
I popped super hard around.
Oh my god, that was sexy to watch. Like, oh my god, I jumped out of my chair.
This game had its moments. Like, honestly, I thought Remigio could have broken one off and scored from either a punt or even a kick. He's due. I think he's due this week. If I could, I am a Gale man. I want to put Nico anytime touchdown.
You should. You should.
And it's gonna be on a kick return.
It seems like he's due. There was just, like I said, like there was a lot of good moments in this game, but then there were things that were head scratchers. Did the Chiefs need to try to do an onside kick when they tried to do it? Like, I'm not gonna crap on them.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, but it's
shorter field. If they score, you get the ball back quicker. Especially so 3. Yeah, no, I understand.
I was more okay with the onside kick than I was with Andy Reid's 4th down call on his own side of the field
with 2 yards to go.
With 2 yards to go, and the play call, there's no mystery to that play call. It was a big formation, 2 tight ends. They handed the ball off inside zone run where that they've literally been running that play for 5 years.
Was it the T-bone play? Wasn't it a T?
Might have been.
His hand off Kareem Hunt, which he didn't get 2 yards.
It's legitimately something that the Chiefs have been running for ages, right? Like it's on film.
Yeah.
Whatever team has on film, let's watch film on the Chiefs. Like, they have that play on film, and they know that play. It's been scouted, and just terrible play call, terrible execution, and honestly terrible vision by Kareem Hunt in that moment too.
He couldn't go anywhere. You look back on the all 32, he could not go anywhere on that play.
So did you see Mitchell Schwartz's post on that?
I did not actually.
Mitchell Schwartz posted on that and said basically, like, why is Kareem trying to follow but the backside block there when you have the best guard center combo on the right side that are 2 to 3 yards upfield? And if you look at it, he tried to cut it back to the left side, and that's where he got stopped. But if he would have gone right and followed behind Humphrey and Smith, he would have got the first down.
Interesting. But he was set up on the other side, though. He was set up on So Pat he was on his left side of Pat.
So he needed to bounce it over, but it was definitely doable when you watch it. But you have to watch the all 22 from behind the line of scrimmage from Pat's backside.
I think the design run though was to go that right side of the field.
It was.
It was away from.
He needs to bounce it though.
Yeah, I know, but still, in his mind, he's probably thinking, I need to go this right side. Because also that was also not a weaker side to it, but there was less of the big notable guys out there that are making the play stop for the Eagles. Weren't on that side. They're on the left. I don't know. It was still, you need to execute. You just can't. You can't let that, especially in your own territory. Which as soon as I saw that, I'm like, what on earth are they doing?
Yeah, it was horrible. It was a horrible decision to go for it in that position, and it was a horrible play call in that position. It felt like a desperate move by Andy Reid. Like, he felt like they had to score there, or else
and they didn't need to. They could have punted off, and the defense could have stood tall back there. They could have.
It definitely didn't need to because they were in the game at the end, right?
Exactly.
So there's no reason why they had to. So like I said, there's multiple reasons why the Chiefs lose this game, right? Like, they had opportunities to win. They just mismanaged it. It hasn't been the best coaching job from Andy Reid to start the year. It hasn't been the best coaching job for Steve Spagnuolo in the first week to start the year. He came out and said that he had 5 plays that he wanted back, and that he looked himself in the mirror and said he didn't coach good enough on week 1, and he coached a lot better. Spags had a great game plan this week. Spags coached his nuts off against the Philadelphia Eagles this past week, and so he made the changes he had to make. I do think the Chiefs are like, come hell or high water, we're chucking the ball deep to Tyquan Thornton.
Like, why don't we just start doing more deep shots? Like, let's just go for it. Like, who cares at this point in time? Let's just keep going. Like, what? Nico had a deep one, didn't he?
Yeah, they tried to go on a deep one to Brownlee also that he couldn't connect on. He couldn't bring in. I think when Worthy comes back, you're going to see that a lot more of that. It's interesting that we don't see Hollywood Brown going on any deep shots right now.
Does he still got it? Let's be honest. Does he still got his explosiveness?
Does he still have the 4.2 speed? Is that what you're asking?
To go down and catch that deep ball. Do you think he has that still?
I think he has it more so than Nico does. I think he has it more so than Juju Smith-Schuster does.
Definitely from Juju. Not sure about Nico, but definitely Juju.
Nico ran in the 4.5s in his pro day. So I mean, if Hollywood Brown at his size is running above the 4.5s at this point in his career, he should not be on the field.
Well, I don't know. It's just they need to figure something out. Like, because I thought it was, even watching the Monday night game, the first game of the night, it was nice to see Justin Watson get in the action early in the game. I think he had 1 catch, but still, it's nice to see him.
Yeah,
it was.
It's a good old
because he's that guy that I think Mahomes needs, because he was the guy that Mahomes would always do the deep shot on if nobody was paying attention. Like, they literally need that guy. Hopefully Tyquan Thornton can that's what we saw. Maybe we see more of that.
That's what he's supposed to be. He's the Justin Watson replacement for this year. The problem is that last year we had Xavier Worthy when we lost Rashee Rice, and right now we have neither one. Yeah. Right. This is kind of true. Like remember like how much the Chiefs offense struggled back in the day when they lost Tyreek Hill against the Jaguars, and then like the 4 weeks that Tyreek Hill was out, the offense like super struggled, but thank God they weren't playing the Philadelphia Eagles during those weeks. But the offense like struggled, and they barely won some football games, and they kind of squeaked by because back then they had Tyreek Hill, Byron Pringle, and Demarcus Robinson. Right? You know, you took Tyreek Hill out of the situation, and they had absolutely nothing, and they couldn't move the football. That's kind of what this feels like right now, with no Xavier Worthy and no Rashee Rice on the field. And so I do think they're going to end up rushing Xavier Worthy back before he's ready. I am worried about that.
He has
they saying he might. He has
for fantasy reasons. I'm not starting him. So, which by the way,
he's a partially torn labrum, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want him out there on the field right now. I just don't.
Yeah, but speaking of fantasy, your boy got his comeback.
I saw that. Everybody in the division except for one team in our division is one team's 2-0. Everyone else is 1-1. By the way, if you're listening to this, this is breaking news during Veach season. I will be having my own Foolish Fantasy. Will be starting, and our first podcast will be out on Thursday. So,
really, buddy?
Oh yeah. Hosted by moi. Oh yeah.
Moi, just moi, or who's your co-host?
It's just me. This is what replaced the Kramer's comments. So at least twice a week now. One episode this week, but starting next week there'll be 2 fantasy podcasts out on the Foolish Club Network called Foolish Fantasy.
Foolish Fantasy. So when are you going to have your boy on as a guest?
You know what? At some point that will happen. You're
like, nah, I actually have too much of this asshole in my life.
No. You could definitely be on at least 1 or twice.
This goddamn piece of shit is not allowed on my podcast. He's gonna say some crazy ass shit, get me canceled, and then and I'm gonna end up losing my new podcast. This is my backup plan for when he fucking ruins this Veach season shit at some point.
There's a need for more fantasy talk, and I know that I can help provide because I've got my list of. I mean, I'm in way too many fantasy football leagues as it is already. So I'm boots in the ground, ears on, and eyes on devices all times.
We in my other league, I won by 0.8 points.
Wow. No, that's happened. One of my leagues I won by 0.08 points.
Yeah. I won by 0.8 points thanks to Connor McLaughlin for the
the win?
Buccaneers. Yeah, for the win.
There you go. So he screwed you the week before, but he got you this
Screwed me the
week.
week before, got me this week though. So
no, my team in our 20 team league that we're in, I started the Bears defense. Had to. I mean, there's 20 teams. You got to pick one defense, and they
how'd that work out for you?
-11.
Yeah. That was a
Ben
smart
Johnson ass whooping.
I decided to start Aaron Rodgers over Caleb Williams, and they both did okay, but Caleb Williams did better than Aaron Rodgers. But at least I got those Rome Odunze points.
There you go. Rome went. I mean, he was targeted. Yeah, that's what concerns me. Colston Loveland, only 2 targets. 3 targets, only 1 reception in the first 2 weeks, and that concerns me.
Yeah, I benched Colston Loveland on my team this week in favor of I picked up Juwan Johnson.
Smart.
Tight end for the
He's
Saints.
Getting targeted. Yeah. He's getting targeted so much.
He has 20 targets on the year so far.
Yeah,
like Spencer Rattler just all he does is check it down and throw it to him.
And that's my biggest my thing in fantasy is I don't care what the production is on or what the namesake is. What's your targets? I'm looking at targets no matter what.
Yeah, especially in PPR leagues.
Exactly.
And so
Troy Franklin, I picked him up in our 20 team league last week, knowing
I picked him up.
I holstered him just to be like, all right, I'm curious what's going to happen, and he goes off with the Broncos. Broncos lost, but it's Troy Franklin.
I nearly picked up Troy Franklin, but I picked up De'Ami Brown instead.
Not bad.
And De'Ami Brown still put up 16
this
week, so yeah, he got a tud. So and with
by the way, De'Ami Brown's a great Madden guy to have. Very solid wide receiver 3 on there.
Oh hell yeah! Well, and especially with Brian Thomas Jr. has a wrist injury in real life now.
Yeah, 12 targets, 4 receptions. That's
rough. I'm glad I didn't pick him up.
I'm glad I drafted him.
I'm a big fan of his, and so I think he's going to turn it around. But man, that's
I'm concerned about Travis Hunter. But yeah, that's just. You know what? I'll talk about Travis Hunter on the Foolish Fantasy, the first podcast.
You don't want to give us a little bit of a sneak preview of what we have to look forward to on the Foolish Fantasy podcast by talking about Travis Hunter right now?
Snap counts. We'll talk about how snap counts against different teams are going to factor in whether or not he's going to actually do production on fantasy for wide receiver groups.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to be talking about.
I like that. Okay, we'll talk about it. I can't wait to hear it, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your new podcast.
We were going to start last week, but Serta was like, worry about your wedding. And I'm like, okay, I'll worry about my wedding.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start like fantasy cats on Foolish Club Media. It's like you just draft your friend's cats and you.
Well, I mean, that's the best part about the namesake. It's Foolish Fantasy, so we can talk about anything if you know what I mean.
NASCAR, yeah, whatever.
And I do fantasy baseball. My boys and I are. It's a 4-team league, unless I can make it 5. I didn't realize you can't. You have a bye week on, but for hockey.
Oh yeah, I did fantasy hockey on Yahoo back in the day when the Red Wings were super great, and I didn't know anything about hockey. But I just went through and just drafted all the Red Wings players, and I did all right.
I was like, what? Around 07, 08, 09, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Something around that time frame.
If it's not the Blues, it ain't for me.
I tell you what, NHL hockey on the GameCube. No, not the GameCube. On the N64.
Like NHL 97?
Yeah, that game was the tits. That was Jaromir Jagr was unstoppable. In that game, like that was one of the funnest games I ever played in my entire life. Was NHL hockey on the N64.
That's a fun game to play on the Xbox. It truly is.
Yeah, hockey's just a fun game to play in general. On the original Xbox, a fun game that I had, they had a rugby game on the original Xbox that was made by EA Sports.
Yes, they did. Yes, yeah, I had that. Yes, I had that.
That was awesome.
I had that for the PlayStation, I think.
Yeah, so that game was awesome too. EA Sports Rugby.
Around like mid-2000s, early mid-2000s, like there were some good EA Sports games. I mean,
there were some really good.
You had college, literally basketball, football, baseball. You had MLB, not Slugfest. Oh my gosh, MVP baseball, fantastic. Yep. That was made by EA, and already Madden. But the thing is, 2K5.
2K Sports in general. They had basketball, football, baseball,
Dude, so many
hockey.
sports
2K
games.
used to have everything. There used to be a 2K of everything, and those games were awesome. 2K football.
2K football's
the
best.
Shit,
I
the
think
shit.
it still holds up to this day about best gameplay
Yeah, it
for
was
a video
awesome.
game.
I love 2K football. It was so good. I mean, in my biased opinion, no baseball game will ever be better than Baseball Simulator 1000, which I still think you have never played yet. Best baseball game on the NES, best baseball game that ever existed. That and Roger Clemens baseball was also the shit. And what was it? Legends of the Diamond. Did you ever play that game? Oh
No.
man. It's on the NES, so you could probably find the mod for it online. Let me make sure that that's the right name. It came out when I was a kid. I used to play it when I was a kid.
So Baseball Simulator 1000, are you playing the game, or is it just like playing the OOTP?
No,
Basically
you're playing the game. You're playing the game, the full game, and you can actually choose. You can actually build guys in the game and choose their power-ups and what power-ups they have. And so like your pitchers will have like missile pitches, but then like
the guy nice. So it's like arcade-ish. Okay.
Swings. Yeah. And it's like
why does it say simulator if it's an arcade?
It's because that's what they called it back in the day. And it was legit like you created your own team name, guys, everything.
Gotcha.
And you played a full 164 game season on it. So it had a full season and career mode.
Nice.
On
That's
it.
awesome.
But your stadium was in outer space.
That's actually pretty sweet.
Like it was the shit. And then Legends of the Diamond is, imagine if If You Build It They Will Come movie.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah, Field of Dreams. Imagine if Field of Dreams was a baseball game. Like it's exhibition baseball, and you draft your lineup before each game, and it's nothing but Hall of Famers. So it's Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron.
Oh, so it's kind of like backyard baseball, but it's for
yeah, but it's on the NES, and they're not big head kids. It's just like a legit like normal NES baseball game, but you take turns and you draft your entire lineup and your team based on Hall of Famers. So you have Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, like all these guys, and you just go out there and play baseball. And it's so
I think we're missing a niche and a need of a like you know how EA Sports had the NFL head coach video game. I think we're missing that right now
for baseball.
No, even for football. Like
for football.
Even for I wish EA could make that again. Like I would get down to that.
The EA head coach was a fun game, and they had that GM version also there that 1 year too, where it was like EA general manager or whatever, and that's basically all folded.
I will sit there and I will play the play call, and I'll watch the sim hit the play call. I mean, I do the man simulations already, but I don't play those. I don't pick those play calls, but I would actually like to all right, I want to see what they're reading. Like I want to make sure he audibles it. I want to see if the CPU that's working there can execute on the play that I want.
Listen, 90% of the time that I play any sports game, I'm simming the actual games and just worrying about the team building. Like honest to God, like especially in like FIFA, or now it's called EAFC or whatever. But back when it was like FIFA, same thing. Like I play the shit out of FIFA on the Xbox.
FIFA 14 was my FIFA 14 with Messi on the cover was my game.
FIFA was one of the best games ever. It is still one of the best games ever, even though it's EAFC. Like it's a fabulous game, and it's one of the funnest team building games because the pool of players is so large, right? Like you can get and you scout your own guys, and they're 16. Go find a 16-year-old Brazilian guy in the favelas and draft and sign him and train him up, and then.
There's a handful of Sansones in the international pool that I always try to bring onto my squad of Sporting KC. So
that's awesome. It's
which I know for a fact. I mean, I don't know for a fact I'm related to him, but there's a very good chance I'm related to any Sansone that's out there in the world. So
it's either FIFA 14 or 13. Your boy's in the game, and so.
As
sombrero guy.
I
mentioned in the game, and so
you said 13 or 14?
I think it's 14. I have it.
Rocky. It's 14. It's definitely 14 because I know what you're talking about. I know exactly. That's awesome.
I was in the Peace Corps, living in the Philippines, my buddy sent me a screenshot when 14 came out and was like, "Holy shit, you're in the game."
That's amazing, dude.
And I was like, "Oh my god, that's fucking cool." I'm in FIFA. I'm basically Messi, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I wish I was a playable. I wish I was a playable character, but you know,
it would be funny. You'd be a playable
get.
character as a fan. You could be rocking, just drinking beers, like just
just rocking beers and just cussing and spitting on ball boys and just getting kicked out of band for life, running on the field and like attacking the other team's players. Like if it was like if they mixed GTA with being a fan at soccer games, like being a fan at FIFA games, like GTA FIFA, that would be awesome. You're just all you are is a hooligan at a game, like Hooligan FC or something like that, and you're just like you're burning trash cans, getting in fights.
Here's the game. You know what the game's called? EA Sports Super Fan.
Yeah, Super Fan. And you design your guy, you paint it all up. You have to learn the chants and and practice singing them. And when they're singing the songs and the chants when you're in the EA. Let's copyright this right now, Kramer. When you're in the crowd and they're singing the chants, it's like a Guitar Hero thing where you have to like up and get it on time to do the chants right, you know, and everything. And as you do it, if you're doing good, like your guys getting more into it, and the teams in that stadium starts shaking and rocking, and then your team starts playing better because everybody's doing it right, you know. And you have like an effect on the team success.
This is $1 million. I don't know how much, but this is a $2 million idea right here. We got
and you have to drink in order to keep your energy up. But if you drink too much, then you the more you drink though, the harder it is to hit the buttons.
It's definitely RPG.
Do the songs.
You have to eat hot dogs. You got to eat popcorn. You got to do everything.
Yeah. But also the alcohol has an effect and makes it physically harder for you to achieve the task too. Like maybe the arrows come faster the drunker you get, or they are squiggling and you gotta and it's harder to hit them on time or something, you know. And and then maybe more people want to bump into you and you get in more fist fights or something. But you can't fight with your own fans because you'll get kicked out of the
Imagine this was
club,
a VR
supporter club. Game. Oh, it would be. It has to be.
This is like a VR headset game. Has to be.
We got to design this game. Hey, if we have any video game designs out there, any Veachies out there, we'll give you the idea. You can design the game, and then we'll just take 10% of whatever you make off of it.
And we'll all take a split, even split. Everybody.
Even split. Everybody on Veach Season gets a point. Gets a cut of it. It's the official Veach Season video game. It's Veach Season Super Fans.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
And it'd be cool if you could just choose your sport, right? It doesn't matter. You could go to different venues and different sports.
Hell, our guy Christopher, one of the best Christophers, can be the help bang the drum or something.
Yeah, the best Christopher. Better than Chris Cooper, who's also from Kansas City. The actor who was on Adaptation and quite a few other movies. If you don't know him, Google him, you'll know his face. But he's from Kansas City, and Chris is the best Chris from Kansas City. And so we love you, Chris Cooper, but you're no.
Yeah. He's mostly a villain in the majority of things.
Yeah, mostly a villain in the majority of things. He looks like an untrustworthy person.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust this guy.
That's why our Chris is so much better.
Rocky, I hate doing this to you, but we got to talk about how the Giants are about to beat the Chiefs on Sunday night. And
not a chance. You want to talk about it? Go ahead. Give me all your reasons why you think that the New York Giants are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, because the Kansas City Chiefs have had back-to-back losses, and the New York Giants just lost to the Dallas Cowboys, and somehow they're this juggernaut that's going to beat the Chiefs.
You know why? Because the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus, made a point today and posted on X saying, had to look at this a few times. The Giants are the only team the Chiefs have never beaten on the road. It's time.
You know who
the Giants. It's a West Coast road trip. No, East Coast road trip. That's usually kind of rough. I mean, it's a Sunday night primetime game. That could be rough. Who knows? They shine a lot at night. But I think Malik Neighbors just torches this defense in the secondary this entire game. But the thing is, Russ has to give him the ball there. Say Russ gets hurt. If Jackson Dart comes in, I think Dart gets the deal done.
So, first of all, let's give credit where credit's due. Mitch Holthus may have put that on Twitter today, but the official legal counsel of Veach season, James Todd, texted that to me immediately following the game on Sunday.
Oh, really? Shout out to
James. Shout out. He knew it before Holthus did.
Oh, Mitchie H.
Yeah, before Mitchie H knew it. James Todd Esquire, our official legal correspondent.
Shout out.
Shout out to Jamesy, baby. We love you.
But just the way that they're going to use us, I'm curious to see how the run defense holds up for the Chiefs. I know it's weird saying that since it's the Giants, but the two-headed monster they got with Tyrone Tracy and Cam Skadaboo could be something.
Two-headed monster.
They got a two-headed monster growing there in New York. They do. And that defensive line's nasty. That defensive line is gross.
Listen, I was more concerned about the two-headed monster of Najee Harris and Amarian Hampton in week 1, and I was much more concerned about the one-headed monster.
So you're overlooking the Giants, is what I'm hearing from you.
No, I'm absolutely not overlooking the Giants because this is a must-win game for the Chiefs. This is a season. Now I want to say season-saving, but you can't go 0-3 and lose to the Giants. Now listen, the Chiefs are 0-6 against the Giants. Fine, blah 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 blah. The Chiefs are also 1-4 against the Jets, and the one win that they had was the one that they barely squeaked out against the Zach Wilson. The Zach Wilson Jets back when Taylor was a brand new thing, and she brought half of Hollywood out to see her boy Travis Kelce.
Good times.
And yeah, it was good times. It was a great game. Chiefs did pull out that game. Listen, I don't care about the past. This is go time. This is you have to win now. Mm-hmm. Neither one of these rosters are the same rosters remotely that they were the last time these two teams played in New York. It's Russell Wilson. I'll take Patrick Mahomes over Russell Wilson every single day. Sure, you can say that Tyrone Tracy and Cam Skadaboo are better running backs than what the Chiefs had. 100%. Hands down, they're better. But they're not better than what the Eagles had. They're not better than what the Chargers had. They're the worst backfield the Chiefs have seen so far this season. And yeah, Malik Neighbors is an all-world talent. He's awesome. No shade at all there. He's also their only target that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. It's just him. You stop Malik Neighbors, you stop that offense.
That's true.
Right? That's why he has more targets than anybody else in the NFL. That's why, even though Malik Neighbors is an all-world talent, the Giants are still picking at the top of the draft every single year, the last 2 years.
Russ always plays the Chiefs close, no matter what. So that's also why I'm also.
That's also not true.
I mean, besides the Steelers game, but
and besides the first game you ever played against them with the Broncos, also.
Oh, forgot about that.
The Chiefs blew their asses out.
Yeah, so there's 2 games out of the 7 he's played against them. He typically plays them close.
Those are 2 pretty recent games.
They also beat him with the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
I mean, he has.
He has, sure, he has. That's fine. You can say he did. He beat the Chiefs.
Russ likes to play Patrick Mahomes.
Russ wishes he could lick Patrick Mahomes' cleats at this point in his career.
He probably, yeah.
And I'm sorry, Brian Daboll is a shitty ass offensive coach. You have literally you can't evaluate quarterback talent, and you can't develop a quarterback, and the next team quarterback goes to the Colts and turns into a superstar.
All the times, baby.
You sit there and you have Malik Neighbors pissed off at you. By week 1, Malik Neighbors was ready to walk out on this team, like the first week of this season, and then he walked over and tried to say, "Hey, we're good, man, we're good." You see Malik Neighbors just leave him hanging and walk away from him.
Oh yeah,
he has this team. His own team doesn't respect him. He's lost the locker room.
That's just Russ, though. That's just Russ. He's danger Russ at all times.
No, but Brian Daboll sucks.
No, I know. Trust, but that's the thing.
You know when the Chiefs worst?
For some reason, I just don't see the Chiefs winning this game. It's just from what I've seen.
When the Chiefs had their worst offensive season in history, do you know who their offensive coordinator was? Brian Daboll. That was the Tyler Thigpen season.
Daboll was here during then. That's crazy.
Yeah, Daboll was the offensive coordinator of this team.
Tyler Thigpen, my guy.
Yeah, and so
I like Thigpen. I was a Thigpen.
Thigbone was the truth.
Yep.
I love Thigpen. Love Thigbone. No shade there. Tyler Thigpen came out of nowhere and played mediocre football, but he was fun. He ran the Wildcat and the pistol formation, and he did everything he could. He was our DeVito, right, of Kansas City.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Yeah,
and for a time, but listen. The Giants, they just don't even match up well against Kansas City at this point. Even an injured Kansas City still has more offensive firepower than the Giants do at this point. And sure, the Giants, like on the defensive side of the ball, the Giants are nothing to write home about. Like, who are you scared of on the Giants roster right now? Like, here, let's go ahead and just look at it right now. Let's look at the matchups.
The front four.
Now. Okay,
the front four.
So who you scared of in the front four for the Giants? Tell me.
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. What has he done this
Dexter
year?
Lawrence. I don't care. It's what are you going to bring to me now? And I think this offensive line for the Chiefs, it's not as good as we think. There's so many holes there, and that I think is going to apply so much pressure on Mahomes. Mahomes going to run more.
Many holes. There's two. There is two holes.
Yeah, two gaping ones.
There's two holes. Gaping ones. If you're gonna sit,
gaping ones.
Josh Simmons has been a revelation.
Oh, it's been great. Josh Simmons, he's been amazing there. But still, this front.
Are you gonna sit there? Are you gonna sit there and try to talk trash on Josh Simmons running down the interception from behind last week? Like, for a left tackle to be the guy that runs down that interception.
We're not talking about Josh Simmons here. We're talking about the other guys on this offensive line. Kingsley, Jawan Taylor.
Line.
There are two gaping holes. Is Josh Simmons a gaping hole in this team?
You're not. Are you gonna sit there and try to get me to defend either one of those guys? Because that's not gonna happen.
No, I'm never gonna.
That's not gonna happen. Like, sure, okay, Dexter Lawrence, he's a fine player. Brian Burns is a really good player.
Yeah,
right.
Good pass rusher.
But like.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
What is Kayvon Thibodeau done since
I mean, he's still being able to put pressures on people.
But what's he done since he came in the league? He hasn't exactly lived up to his billing.
Yeah, but if he's going to go line up against Jawan Taylor, anybody can get past him. Hell, I think you might be able to get past Jawan Taylor.
Well, listen, I have elite hand fighting ability.
Exactly. And you have a very low center of gravity too.
Right here. Yeah, I would get my ass would own Jawan Taylor.
I know.
In a pass rush. I would bull rush the shit out of Jawan Taylor.
I just think Mahomes is going to have to do too much with his legs per usual, and that's just what's going to happen for the Chiefs to win this game.
Listen, I don't disagree with you that Mahomes is going to have to play well in order for the Chiefs to win. And I do really like Tyler Nubin, their strong safety for the Giants, right? Like, there are some players.
They've got some
but
nice players.
On the whole, I like they do, but then they also have some glaring holes as well. Like, Cordell Flott as the starting outside cornerback, Drew Phillips as a nickel back, right? Paulson Adebo, like their cornerbacks are an issue. The fact that they drafted Deontay Banks so high and he is a backup is an issue. The fact that he hasn't panned out, the fact that Nick Jones is their backup nickelback on this team, old friend of the Chiefs, right? Like there's. Like, they have some pass rushers, sure, but like their secondary is nothing to write home about.
It's not like it's the best in the world or anything. I just think that you're going to apply pressure on Mahomes.
No, it's horrible.
First four guys.
It's Tyler Nubin and four other guys.
I just think it's the Giants game. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I think the Giants win this one.
Are you really that salty that the Raiders got their
asses kicked? No. They deserve to lose that game. The offensive line played poorly. Geno Smith could not. I think if I was standing in front of Geno Smith for 5 yards, he would still miss me. No, I'm not being salty because of that. I just don't have faith in the Chiefs executing plays until I actually truly see it.
How fast you just lose all faith and disbelief? Like, how fast you lose faith in somebody? Like, are you like? Is that how you're going to treat your future children someday? Like, they just have 2 bad games. They go 0 for 5
Yep.
twice in Little League, and you're like, I have no faith in you anymore, son, that you can hit the football, hit the baseball.
Hit the football is fun. Yeah, no. So let's find another sport for him.
That's fine. Yeah, you're obviously not a basketball player. So
let's try. Let's pick up the hockey stick and see if it's there.
You're really bad at hitting the football and scoring home runs.
That's the thing with football. I mean, if they're not good at one thing, like catching a football, they can go on the other side and play defense or something. Which I really wish I could have played defense, man. That's the thing I wish as a kid, if I could restart everything, is actually play football and play on the defensive side rather than being a left tackle and getting hurt.
One of my best friend's son, he's 14 and he's a freshman, and he just started playing basketball 2 years ago and plays AAU and averages like 22 points a game. He's 6'2" with like 35-inch arms. Like the kid's just like built like a freak.
Scouted?
His dad is 6'3" and like probably 260, right? And so his dad's a big ass dude. His dad was getting scouted, had an offer to go play international ball in the DR I think it was the Blue Jays wanted him at their DR camp, and he
for baseball.
He was playing for Hillsborough County Community College down here, third baseman, and he blew his knee out of practice and lost the opportunity. But so his son though now is playing basketball, and he's also going to go play football this year, and he's going to play D end and tight end. And when I tell you, like, you talk about physical specimens, like this kid, I've known this kid since he was like 6 years old, and then Blue's Clues underwear, you know what I mean? And just seeing this kid turn into a little young man now and go out and work out, and like when you see the natural genetic makeup of a freak athlete just blossom before your eyes, and you're just like this kid's gonna play SEC football. Like,
that's cool.
I don't see any way that he's not going to. His hands are so strong, and even at this age, he is so strong as a freshman.
So my newly brother-in-law, he's a freshman in high school, and he's playing football right now. And apparently, from what I've heard from my father-in-law, actually, he'd be my father-in-law because it's Caitlin's stepdad, so it'd be like my stepfather-in-law, right?
Yeah, listen, my wife's father-in-law, I still call my father. My wife's stepdad, I still call my father-in-law.
All right, so he was telling me like, yeah, Grayson's actually like he's putting in some work. I'm like, let's go, like hell yeah! I got it. He was like, he's a little video game boy to me, but no, he's a grown little young adult.
That's what happens. They sit there. They all of a sudden they hit a growth spurt, and they hit the weights, and they get some training under their belt. My buddy's friend his son is training like 3 or 4 days a week with this guy who was a halfback for Florida State in the early 2000s, and came out the same year that who was it that he came? Was it Austin? Maybe Austin Eckler's class was the class that he came out in. There was something like that. And no, he was in Lev Bell's class. Him and Le'Veon Bell were in the same draft class, and he had a spinal cord injury his final year at Florida State, so he can't play anymore. But he was at the combine and everything, and his dad played for the Bucks growing up, and so he has this guy, like, he's literally training with this dude 3 to 4 days a week, getting ready for football season as like a freshman. So this kid is literally going to end up being I'm gonna literally give it in 7 years from now, we're gonna be talking about this kid on Veach season.
Hell yeah!
And the draft lead up as an edge rusher or a tight end.
Better.
And so yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Hopefully Michigan recruits him.
Hopefully KU recruits him. I mean, to be honest, he's probably gonna play at probably at Florida or Miami or Florida State.
Nah, watch him. He's gonna break your heart. He's gonna go Mizzou.
Listen, his dad is born and raised Tampa boy, so like his dad will probably push him to go USF pretty hard, and so he'll be
as he should probably.
Yeah. So, and listen, USF has a nice program, and they play at the Buck Stadium, so it's a fun environment to play in.
You got a big ass pirate ship out there.
Big ass pirate ship you get to play in front of. And so it's funny though, because they don't get to use the Bucks locker room, they have to use the visitors locker room.
So who uses the So where the visitors use
The visitors have like a secondary,
a
like
makeshift.
yeah, it's like the practice locker room or something like that, like a broom closet or something like that they get to play in. So yeah, but USF
Nice.
is in the visitors locker room, and then the visitors are in some other locker room. But yeah, they don't let USF go in the
Interesting.
yeah. Yeah, I've seen quite a few USF games from the suites up there at the stadium, and they're pretty nice. It's a pretty nice stadium, especially to watch it from like a luxury suite.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was hoping this weekend. I completely lost track of time. Clearly, what happened this week prior. Michigan's in Nebraska this weekend, and I wish I could go up there. It's in Lincoln.
Listen. Speaking of your boys at Michigan, I need the Chiefs to draft Justice Haynes. Like I need them to draft him this year at running back. Because he's a stud, and the Chiefs obviously need a running back. There's a few players I'm going to need the Chiefs to draft this year, but he's near the top of the list.
He's fun to watch. I wish I could have watched the game. I'm glad I didn't watch the game. I'm sorry, because that's the game that I would turn off by halftime. So like a 63-3 final against Central Michigan. But that's like the games that I'm like, yeah, there's Michigan, baby. That's my Michigan.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it was there's some fun wide receivers this year coming out. There's some really fun edge rushers. There's a couple linemen. Like, honest to God, like I think Cage Casey, the tackle from Boise, is going to go in the mid rounds, and I think he might be a nice replacement for Jawan Taylor for the long term. We'll break down all that as the season goes on and we get into these guys a little bit more. But I am just know that I have started grinding the tape on prospects, guys.
Good.
And we will when once the regular season's over, we will be ready to roll straight into pre-draft content and start busting this shit out for you guys. All right, before we get out of here, what's your final score prediction for this week, Krame?
It's going to be an 18-13 Giants victory.
That's an ugly sounding game.
Well, it's going to be all field goals by Graham Gano.
That's an ugly ass score. That's an ugly ass game.
All field goals from Graham Gano.
Listen, I asked you for the score of the game, not how many seconds you lasted on your wedding night.
I won't discuss that.
Yeah, that was the best. Listen, like Bernie Mac said, baby, fucking ain't nothing but 50 pumps. They can be slow pumps, they can be fast pumps, but you got 50 pumps in you. And after you've had some, but listen, you probably had a little bit of whiskey dick, so you probably could have had like 65 pumps, maybe.
If I'm being honest, that night was a blur.
Yeah, no, honest to God, if I'm being honest, I didn't have sex on my wedding night because, like I said, I passed out and I played a rigatoni on the bed, and my wife was like, "You disgust me."
No, but the wedding has been, was it consummated? There we go.
That's official.
Yeah, it's official.
It's official. She can't. No take backs at this point.
Nope.
God it's already signed up at the big house of the sky.
It's crazy too. I know this is too TMI, but man, it felt right this time, knowing that it was bounded by love.
You felt like you were no longer living in sin. Like,
yeah, exactly.
The blessing of the Lord descended upon your house, and doves filled the room as you made love to your wife. And, and you felt the blessing of God pour upon you.
Exactly.
As opposed to like just the little demon inside of you going like the entire time, like it was before.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, actually, your semen turns into holy water when you get married.
Well, doesn't it also mean that you can have babies quicker that way too?
Yeah, because like everybody knows, in order to have a baby, it has to be holy semen, and then the baby. Otherwise, you run the risk of it being like the Antichrist and Rosemary's Baby. Like, it's all science. It's backed up by DNA and what tardigrades. It's just tardigrades and DNA.
You need to get out of that Scientology. Oh, I said it. We're gonna get canceled now. We gotta get off that.
You said Scientology. Oh man. There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of tardigrades, though, because tardigrades are actually microscopic beings that can survive in space, like those little
is that what's up on Mars right now?
Yeah, well, so those are the things that they don't know what's up on Mars right now. They don't know. That's because.
But you saw that, right?
Yeah, they don't know if any. That's what I'm getting to. They don't know if there's anything on Mars right now, but they essentially found bacteria excrement on Mars, or what could be bacteria excrement on Mars, and so they're trying to confirm it right now.
Somebody showed up to Mars and took a fat old shit and left.
Yeah, basically, there's a bunch of bacteria that shit all over the place in this one area of Mars, like billions of years ago, and that shit is crystals. And so they shit crystals out billions of years ago on Mars. And so now they're trying to confirm and look for it. But they know that there's liquid water on Mars beneath the surface because there's ice. So if there's but they don't know, for instance, that if there's liquid water below the surface, if there's any like food source or light source enough to photosynthesize life.
Let's just get
it done. But essentially there very well might be a bacterial life, and there is historically recorded meteorites on Earth that came from Mars, like basically like in the early development, earlier like billions of years ago. In the solar system, like an asteroid hits Mars so hard that it causes a huge crater. Pieces of Mars break off; those become meteorites, and some of those meteorites land on Earth, right? Yeah. And they think so. So if there was, they think something like a tardigrade. The reason why I bring up tardigrades, because they think that tardigrades possibly, they've proven that these things can live in outer space over short by galactic standard travels, right? And so they think that there's a chance that maybe like these tardigrades came from Mars.
Well, whenever Nibiru makes his appearance, once again, the next ever 70,000, 100,000, whatever type of years it makes its path through next to Earth's orbit, and then we'll find out more. I think.
Yeah, we'll find out more.
Except for that's where all the Anunnakis at. I think is on Nibiru. So.
Well, that's also where all the lizard men that are controlling our government come from.
Anunnaki.
Yeah, and the Anunnaki, and they all live in the Hollow Earth, which, along with Hitler and his men, who have dinosaurs that they ride in the back. So
he 1,000% made it to Argentina.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't think he did, because he had so many health concerns leading up to his death that I don't think he would have made it if he wanted to. Like, he was already having like severe mental and physical decline.
Yeah, he's batshit crazy.
Yeah, it turns out that when you're batshit crazy, you start doing batshit crazy ideas, and when you have a mental decline, you start making bad choices. And that's how fascism happens, baby. But yeah, aliens on Mars, they existed at one point, trying to prove it. They're out there. Aliens. Yeah. It's exciting time. Like they haven't found life on Mars, but they may have found the sign of life.
I just want to meet a different being.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is this life on Mars that they found? If it's a different being, it's like bacteria. Yeah, it's bacteria. Like, you're not gonna be able to be like, "Hey, bro, like let's you want to be in my fantasy football league?"
We need to put a fish on Mars and see it progress like how we did.
The problem is that like you'd have to find liquid water beneath the surface, and then it'd have to have a food source to live.
That, and also that would take millions and millions and millions of years for that fish to become a person.
Billions.
Yeah,
yeah, and it would become a merman. A merman.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
the merman, the next quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs in year.
Yeah, he's
$2 billion and $3.
They have to spray him down like every other play, because if he dries out, he'll die. So they just have to like on the sidelines, they're just spraying him down with a hose between.
He's got the mist fan on him the entire time.
Yeah, the mist fan, but he has like these webbed hands that like can wrap around the ball and just like chuck it 190 yards. He has his tendons are tight like in Rookie of the Year, so he can just like throw it hyper speed. And then I'm a fan of it. And he has 6 arms, so somebody tries to sack him, he's like stiff arming him with the 6 arms.
Dude, that'd be insane.
Still throwing it.
Imagine just having like 2 extra arms, like the 4-armed quarterback or something.
God, just imagine if you had 2 extra arms, like you could do the stranger and just like have a different stranger like almost every day of the week. When you're jaying off.
Oh,
yeah, when you sit on your hand.
I did not know we were going there with that, if I'm being honest, but now I do.
You've never done the stranger before?
Never have.
Ever?
Usually,
Ever.
well, before I got married, usually the stranger did me.
Yeah, you never. Yeah, we had what we called the hobo. Talk about a stranger. I did the hobo back in the day.
I just had
That's
someone
when
else do it for me, not me.
Yeah, that's when you just like wrap toilet paper around the inside of a Diet Coke can
What the fuck?
and pray for the best. Anyways,
All
I'm
right.
Rocky
Beach
Magaña.
season, baby.
He's Kramer Sansone. We love each other. Be good to each other. And we'll see you guys next time.